She used to always say, "Suno sabki, but karo man ki."
And once you visit Oman and you see how,
I think you need to have a lot of self-awareness.
The biggest challenge is that people actually are self-doubting.
So I had the opportunity to practice 4 times every week on school time.
The motto is not to be the first Indian or the best Indian.
I do 70% of my sessions for preparing on my strength.
Bhushan, keep
Yes.
the Sports Champ magazine going because you inspire all of us in school.
That when I played first time for India, it was at the age of 20.
The other thing that's also helped me greatly is like the yoga.
I don't think any sportsman can achieve anything without family support.
Hard work plus courage is equal to champion.
Try to work something on the brand you have.
Strong grassroots training system. I think that will really help our generation.
That, if I can walk around, if I can run around like a normal person, I might as well drive it like a normal person.
The experiences that is being shared on this platform is priceless.
Hats off to you for really encouraging sports in the youngsters.
It's so amazing that Mr. Bhushan, you have taken upon yourself.
So this platforms gives every educators a boost to think. And
I would like to tell all the educationists that let us not give sports like a stepmotherly treatment.
Your initiative taken, Bhushan, I really appreciate that. This was literally missing.
Goal setting, I feel, basically can be achieved only if they are your own personal goals.
Hello everyone, welcome to Sport Champ Live Talk Show, episode 72. I am Bhushan Thakur, founder and editor-in-chief of Sport Champ, a sports education magazine, and your host for today's live talk show. We are happy to start an exclusive series on Indian sports legends, where I'll be having the privilege and honor to interact with top sports legends of our country from various sports who have made us all proud in national and international arena. And this exclusive series will definitely guide and inspire many young and upcoming champions from all across India. Today, we have a very special guest with us, a hero and a legend in the field of billiards, Ashok Shandilya, a billiard player and the current national coach for billiards and snooker, and represented the country for the past 2 decades on the world level and etching its name on the world map by winning several international medals. Recipient of the prestigious Shiv Chhatrapati Award and Arjuna Award for endeavors in billiards, winning 2 gold medals in the 1998 Asian Games, Thailand, being the only cueist in Indian cue sports history and participated in 2 world championships. Welcome to the show, Ashok sir, and thank you for accepting my invitation.
Thank you, Bhushan. Thank you very much. I'm highly privileged, and to talk anything about sports, I'm always there.
Thank you so much, sir. So what do you think about this Sport Champ platform and this exclusive series which we have started on exclusively on Indian sports legends?
Well, I can only say it will help the budding sports persons when we talk about our experiences over a period of time, over a decade, 2 decades, or 3 decades, and whatever we talk is our experience while playing the game at the highest level. So it cut shorts the journey of a budding player when he at least if I am talking about billiards, it's off the table. If I am talking about table tennis, it is off the table. He will learn more by going through the interview and learning off the table kind of thing. And when it is some other sport, it will be off the cricket ground. It's like that. So
Correct.
Our experience is what we speak. While coaching, we have to be present while coaching. When we are doing a coaching session or we are playing, we have to be present on the table at that time. But now since I'm talking to you, it's like the experience of what I've gained over the last 3 decades while playing the game.
Precisely.
On and off the table.
Correct. Sir, we'll start our show with a Sport Champ challenge, and I'll ask you 3 words, and you have to tell me what first thing comes in your mind after listening to these words. And the first word is faith.
Sorry, come again?
Faith. Faith, sir. Faith.
Faith.
Yeah.
FAITH.
Yes.
Oh, faith. With regards to sport?
Yes.
Okay, I can only say you have to have full faith in, if you are taking coaching from somebody, in your guru. Just hand yourself over to the guru. If I am talking about faith, so you just if everything and anything and have full faith in your guru, and he will guide you to the journey to be like I handed over myself. Even though I was a senior national champion, I had not taken any coaching from somebody or anybody during those learning period. Only after I became senior national champion, I requested Sir Wilson Jones, and he very readily accepted, and he wanted to help me, since I was going to represent India in the world championship. And the first world champion from any sport for India is Sir Wilson Jones. So I just requested him, and he accepted. He wanted to help me, and I just gave myself to him. And I only took, since I was already a national champion, it just took him some 13 or 14 sessions of 1.5, maybe 2 hours sometimes, two and once a week. So 14 weeks he turned a national level player or national champion into a world beater. So that is all I can elaborate on that word.
Sir, my second word is sacrifice.
Without sacrifice, nothing comes in life. And you have to say, nowadays there are so many diversions for it is in a positive side or a negative side also, but diversions, there are too many diversions. So without sacrifice, nothing comes. You have to sacrifice your all the diversion that is available in the market today. It can be a mobile phone, it can be a TV, it can be anything. There are so many things which will try to divert your attention or a concentration span and take you off your spot. Luckily during our time it was not much prevalent, and we were only watching TV and news and all that. So nowadays everything is anything available on the mobile on hands free phone or whatever it is. And it can really distract you from achieving something. But in the same time, it can help also. There's a positive side and negative if you go through the right approach on that thing. So you have to sacrifice your time. You have to prioritize your time on hand. You have to go to school. If you're a young child, you have to go to school. Take the amount of the time you have in your school, and sacrifice the rest of the things. Like I'll tell you, 3 years, 89, 90, 91. 3 years, or maybe 88 also, 88, 89, 90. 3 years I did not watch a single movie with my parents or otherwise. Not a single movie in a theater. Whatever I watched was on my free time on TV. Whenever it used to come, that time Doordarshan was there, or whatever it is, and I used to watch that only. And on at home, no going to the theater, because first of all we couldn't. Whatever the money spent was, I used to tell my dad and my mom. I said, "You all want to go to movie theater? Go. I will give me the amount you're going to spend on everything." And at that money I used to divert while to practice. So and whatever the money I used to get from my apart from my pocket money, and this kind of where the parents used to go out, I used to go out for dinner and all. It's all right, but movies and all I never used to go with them for these 3 years. Whatever the money saved was spent on the practice sessions.
Okay. And sir, my last word is devotion.
Without devotion, nobody can achieve anything. With devotion, dedication, whatever you call, you have to dedicate yourself. You have to devote yourself totally to the field you choose. It's not only sport. It can be medical. It can be engineering. It can. If you devote your time in for any particular chosen field, you will definitely get results. It can be the it can be a period of 1 year, 2 year. You just have to do. You should know how much amount of time and the devotion you require. Completely, just leave everything, and one track mind it should be. And once you do that, you will definitely get results very soon, very fast.
Correct. Sir, as it is said that a difference between dedication and devotion is dedication means you give your time, your effort, your energy. Devotion means you start giving yourself. So when you start
Yes.
giving yourself, the champions are born.
And I'm telling you, uh, uh, Bhushan, to reach the top is the easiest of the things, but to remain there for a longer period is the most important part.
The toughest part.
That is when everything counts in. You reach the top easy, very easy. I'll tell you my journey. It was very easy. I couldn't. 1 year before I was junior national champion. The second year, my first year into senior, I was senior national champion. So it's like that, and but to remain there for a period of 20 years or 30 years, that is where all this picture comes in.
Correct. Sir, tell us about your childhood and how did you get into the world of billiards?
I was studying in Don Bosco High School, Matunga, and I used to play table tennis. My first time my name ever came on the newspaper was I lost to Nilesh Pandirkar. He was a player during my time, and in some junior event, some Maharashtra State Junior Championship, something I lost in the pre-quarter or quarter. First time my name came in Times of India. I showed it to my dad. See, my name has come, and that was for table tennis. So while playing table tennis, there is a lot of sweat on the racket. So either a towel in school, towel vagara, I don't think so. I used to carry and all. So best place to take the sweat off the table tennis racket was a billiard room or a billiard table where there is ample amount of powder you use on your left hand. So that powder was available on the billiard room, and as soon as I reached my club, there was a Savvy club in Don Bosco High School, and there were two Sardarji brothers. They used to play billiards every day, and the powder was available there. And I just saw my father was also secretary of the Railway Institute in Parel, so I was aware of what billiard and snooker is. But that as soon as I saw that table, I just got myself engrossed in the table tennis table and racket, and everything was gone for a toss. It is in destiny. If I see now these two Sardaji brothers, whom everybody was afraid, they helped me to hold the cue. They taught me how a cue is held, how to hold the cue, how to put a bridge hand. And they said, okay, you want to come, you come and play every day at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock was a lunch period, which was 45 minutes. So 1 to 1:45, I used to play there at Savio Club. And I used to finish my lunch during the short break, which was around 11:15 to 11:30. And sometimes I used to play billiards and snooker. Sometimes I used to play volleyball, badminton. Akshay Kumar, fortunately, he was my classmate. So this star of today, he's my classmate, and we used to play when we one lunch long period. The lunch period was a playing time. We used to play every time. Nowadays, Don Bosco have a specialty sports period, basically sports class, a division specifically for sports persons, players. So they groom in the specific sport from maybe junior KG to 10th. It's like that. So during our time, it was not there. We used to just play, and whoever played well, he used to go and play that. So
Sir,
Don Bosco High School was
Okay.
the place where I learned.
Okay. Sir, who was your mentor or coach, or how did your coach help you to achieve your goals?
My coach, I was a trial and error person kind of thing. I used to watch all the top players during my time, maybe Subhash Agrawal, Michael Ferreira, Geet Sethi, Om Agrawal, Arvind Saur, many more players. When there used to be a lot of tournaments in Bombay that time, so I used to carry a book with myself, and I used to note down. No, I was not watching what shot they are playing. The ball is going in. I was not impressed with all that. I used to note after this shot. I used to make small diagrams. After this shot, they are you're playing this. They bring the white here, red here. Everything was noted down in a small diagrams, which I used to already make in advance. And I used to place the ball white, red, and billiards or snooker, and how they build, how they into the shot, how they take the time to play the shot, how they are thinking. So that was a trial and error method. Nobody to coach me, nobody to guide me till I became the senior national champion.
Oh.
Only after I became the senior national champion, that is the time, I asked Sir Wilson Jones, and he coached me. And in the meantime, there were a lot of players whom I used to practice with. In '89, I practiced with Sanjay Sawant. He was a national India number two, and a very great, a very good player, and a phenomenal coach. And I can tell you, so I used to practice with him at the police club, Railway Institute and police club, uh, for around our practice session used to start at 9:30 in the morning, 9:30, 10, and it used to finish at 8 o'clock with two breaks in between. Police club is just behind the Times of India building, Azad Maidan police station. There were two tables, so I was allowed as a special guest to play there. I was not nobody in my family was from police, so there was this Mr. Akolkar, Dinkar Akolkar, and Mr. Lele. He was the secretary. I requested them, sir, I don't get a table to play anywhere. So they said, okay, you come and play here. So from 10:30, 10 o'clock in the morning to 1:30, it was a 3-hour session with Sanjay. We used to practice together. Then we used to come out for lunch, maybe 30 minutes lunch, go back again in the billiard room, and again come back at around 4:35, have some tea or snacks, again go back and come back. This was my schedule for 3 years, 88, 89, 90. In 3 years, I, from a junior level player, practicing with Sanjay, and we used to practice together at least around 65, 70 frames of snooker, which I can challenge. Nobody in India does it now. I can still challenge 65, 70 frame. Nobody in the country can do it now also. And we used to play really match practice, and we used to come out, and in 3, 4, 5 months, I was converted into a normal club class player to a national level player.
So one question arises here, like what you used to do for mental toughness and how important is mental training in sports according to you?
In any field, when this kind of, basically when you're playing well, everything is going for you, it's easy, very easy. But when things are, when the opponent puts you into a tight corner, this is where the mental toughness comes in. And fortunately, my dad also was around with me. He used to teach me some yoga exercises, breathing. Then, if you have heard of Inspector, he was DIG, IG for Maharashtra, Bam Saab. If you've heard of
Yes.
him, BP Bam. He was sports. I because he loved billiards and snooker, we used to meet him, and he was in the Worli shooting range. He was the head of the president of the Worli shooting range. We used to have classes. In fact, Kamlesh Mehta, myself, his wife, we had sessions in Kamlesh Mehta's house also. We had sessions in Worli. He was the one who really helped me for the mental toughness kind of thing, and where the exercises which he taught us, you know uh, to focus and concentrate more, that helped me a lot.
Sir, what will you suggest for young players from all sport for brain mapping, which will help them to plan, monitor, and evaluate their training programs, which will eventually help them to go closer to their goals?
First thing, my advice to junior is, first, keep your head on your shoulder. First of all, playing the game and winning something, and they get a lot of air. Mannerisms, you have to conduct very strongly on and off the sporting field, whatever chosen by you. It can be billiards table, it can be how you conduct yourselves. There have been certain instances in the near past, and which has really shaken me a lot. And I will not like to elaborate on that. But the juniors, they should know how to conduct themselves. Sub junior, junior, I think all federations should take the first thing they should teach a student or a junior player is how to conduct themselves off the table, off the sporting field. Then, once they have been told how to conduct themselves, because they are the ambassadors of the country, they should know how to move around, how to, in future, if they go to a very high standard, they will be the ambassadors of the sport for the country. So they should know how to move around and conduct themselves. And then once then you have to first, as soon as you catch hold of somebody who can impart the knowledge, That is the most important part. Impart knowledge, the right knowledge of the sport to you. It shortens the gap like anything. I know I did trial and error. If I had contacted sir in 19 say around 87, 88, I would have been a world champion by 89, 90. I was, though only after I took coaching from sir, I was world number 2 in 1990. But I could have been a world beater maybe a year or two in advance. I wasted 3.5 years. So you
Sir,
should catch hold of a good coach who will guide you through the and believe in that coach. A lot of players, what they do is they take coaching from somebody and grow up and then again shift themselves to some other coach, leaving the coach who has really actually helped you to come up to that level. So I find it is happening prevalent. I can see in many sports. Yes,
correct,
for further and advanced coaching, you can coach, but you already have a coach who's taken you to this level. He will be able to guide you, and
correct,
it happens. It's all right. That is part of the sport.
correct. So, sir, if you look back, what was one special thing in you which always keeps you ahead?
I That is what all my fellow players, all the people who know me. I was a fighter, street fighter, as they say. I was a fighter. I was not afraid of tight corners, situations which adverse situations. When I'm playing well, I'm playing well. But when I'm down, when the chips are down, I used to fight back. I never gave up. Till the last point has been scored by my opponent. It was a never give up attitude, kind of attitude. And I just used to keep fighting. Even though you lose, it's all right. That's a sport. One will lose, one will win. You have to understand. But you should never give up till the last ball is spotted on a billiard table, or a last point that has been scored by your opponent that is needed for him or her to win. Never give up attitude
Sir,
and keep
how
fighting.
you yes, sir, how you used to plan your goals in billiard as a career, and what secret sauce you would like to share with upcoming champs of India?
There was, in my case, nothing was planned at any during. See, there was not so much of professionalism that time. I'm talking of 87, 88, 89. Sports in India has grown only after 95, 96. Last 15, 16, 20 years, it has grown to a level where it has become a kind of a livelihood for people, and then they're making money. They're making themselves super rich, and by actually reaching the top. Earlier, when my sir used to win, he used to get wooden trophies. It was like that when there's not much to do for. But anyways, it is very good. I'm very happy that sports has really caught up. And what I can say is, we need to just keep going great. Just keep fighting and helping each other to achieve more.
Sir, one of the prominent problem among the youngster is having a balance between sports and studies. So that is
Very
what is
easy, very easy, very
is
easy.
facing.
I'm telling you, it is the most easiest part. See, I told you that in the beginning only, people think, we have to study. There's a lot of time. I'll tell you, my personal Sindhu's father, PV Sindhu's father, Ramanna, is a personal friend of mine. I visited their house. I visited the house when Sindhu was in 10th standard, 9th or 10th. Okay, I went for dinner in Sikandrabad. And that time I think they had bought a small Maruti 800 with a driver who used to take her to the Gopichand's academy at around 6:37. Mother used to get up at 4 o'clock, make all the three breakfast, lunch, and evening snacks for her, prepare it, and then send her at to the academy at around 5:36 in the morning. The driver used to take her, drive her to Gachibowli, where now to they stay very close, but it was a good 45 minutes drive, where she used to do homework and all, finish all the homework whatever she had on the way to the academy in the morning. She used to practice there for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever time she had in between. Then 8 to whatever, a 1:30 to the school timing, she used to be in school. then again go back to basically the academy, and in the meantime have a lunch also and finish all the homework that has been given. And by the time she used to finish everything, snacks, evening snack, she used to come back at home. She came back that day exactly at around 8:35. Okay, she left the house in the morning at 6 o'clock. She came back 8:45, 8:50 p.m. and she was dead tired. I am 14, 15-year-old girl, yeah, just imagine. But see the sacrifice the parents, the child, PV Sindhu herself made. Only dedication was sports and basically badminton. And see what she has achieved. She is a household name all over India in today and the world. So
Correct.
it is possible. You have to just plan it properly.
Correct. Sir, what guidance you would like to give to players, especially parents who are currently striving hard to achieve their goals in all sports?
Parents, I can only say just leave your child to the coach that you have chosen for him. It can be any coach. Just leave your child. Don't interfere between the coach and the child. Give the child whatever is required. All infra thing. The If he's playing badminton, the racket usko, you give him a good quality racket. Give him shuttlecock. Give him everything that is required. Food. You have to only take care of the personal needs and let the coach do all the homework on the sports field. Don't interfere at all.
Perfect. Sir, what will be your suggestion or steps to be taken to develop sports at grassroots level? And what is one biggest lacuna you see in the world of sports because of which we are not able to achieve desired medals in Olympics?
Olympics is not easy, and in any sport, India is now started getting medals. And we earlier one medal we used to come, we used to be the most happiest nation in the world. But now Olympics are all the teams, maybe rifle shooting, wrestlers, boxers, everybody is doing an excellent job. Basically it is a federation which is doing all this kind of thing, which is helping. The federation is also found nowadays. The government of India, see, you have to understand. In my time, the clearance, I used to travel at around 12 o'clock in the night on the late night, early morning flights, and the clearance by telefax or fax used to come at around 12 o'clock in the night. But government of India, the Sports Authority of India nowadays give clearances minimum 15 to maybe 1 month in advance. A player, I used to put money from my pocket, give the bills, and come back and try to reclaim whatever the federation used to do. But nowadays the federation, I am going on 3rd to Turkey, 3rd of November with the Indian men team, and I can tell you that my clearances have come, my tickets are booked. Federation is is sending me the advance before I travel. My government of India out of pocket expenses comes directly into my account. you know uh, so the government is doing so much. Now it is a duty of the player to give it back to the government of India. See, that is the most important part. When the government, it can be the central government, it can be the state government, everybody is trying to do their bit for sport. And it is a field, it's a specialized field. And there is no lacuna now at the moment where I can even search key. No, it is a duty of the player or the sportsman, whoever it is, that to take the best that has been given. We have camps throughout the year. Government is willing to spend on the camps. They're not spending 5, 10, 15,000, 20,000. They're spending 8 to 10 lakhs per camp of 21 days. So the government of India is willing to spend and give more. It is the duty of the player to give it back to the government of India. That is what I can only say. I don't vouch for any party or something. It's my personal thing. Government of India, central government, state government, everybody is trying to give it back to the sports person, and they're willing to give. It is how you take it.
Super, sir. Sir, my last question is, what are the career opportunities in sports, and what will you guide to upcoming sports person who would wish to pursue sports as a career?
I can say any sports person who reach to reaches a certain standard or plays the world or the state or the nationals and then gets a ranking, the first person to first uh, say Indian Railways is the first employer which picks up players from the grassroots level. And there are many more nowadays, but Indian Railways used to be the earlier, it used to be Indian Railways and Services. Grassroots level players were picked up by Indian Railways only most of the time, and they used to convert these players into a uh, when I joined Railways, I was junior number 2 in India in '87, and they converted me into a world champion or a world beater. And I have not left Railways. I had many opportunities to leave Railways, but if I think that whatever I have achieved is because of Indian Railways or Central Railway. There is no doubt about it. And if I don't give it back to my employer who trusted me during my time when I required a job, then who's supposed to give it back? So if I can vouch on behalf of my railway that any national level player who's achieved a rank of 1, 2, 3 or junior and senior, Indian Railways or Central Railway or Western Railway, everybody is willing to take them into their fold, and we definitely recruits around 75, 80 in one my railway. Then yet there are 19 more zones which recruit in over railways. Then there is petroleum. Petroleum only chooses top players. If I can be very blunt in saying that 4 of my players or 10 of my players have gone to petroleum, but they only choose the best. They choose junior level players on stipend. Stipend doesn't provide you with a job security. Price stipend we can only give you monthly income of 20,000 rupees, which is very good. I'm happy that they are at least doing that. But the job security which railways give, nobody in the country gives. And nowadays there is post telegraph. There are many things. Many audit general is there, income tax is there. Then there are many departments which are, and these are all government departments. So basically, they are taking players, recruiting players, but we need to give enough support so that, and the players are getting. ऐसा नहीं कि there are 1 or 2 here and there can be left out, but most of the players are employed with government kind of thing.
I was honored and also a part of in Railway Central Railway as an Indian
I know
Railways
that.
team for a long period of a time, and I had a fantastic journey.
So what I'm saying is, you can see to explore more. Railways will give you a job. You can work 5, 6, 7, 10 years with the railways. But if you're getting a better opportunity or want to do something else, you are most welcome to leave. It's not that we are going to hold you. We have a bond period, because when we give you something, we expect you to give back in return. So we have a bond kind of period, but it's all right. We are willing to leave you for your betterment. I have left many players who have joined petroleum and other sectors.
Correct. Sir, before we log off, what you would like to address to all sports person and sports enthusiasts of India and to our listeners?
I would only like to say that, we need to promote sports on every level. Whoever is watching, there is CSR. If you are a businessman or a big company, you have CSR. Please promote sports during with the CSR fund, and try and give the other sports in India. Cricket is a religion which everybody knows. There is no point of cricketers are there. The BCCI is the richest body. Actually, it helps other sports bodies also in between. I think during Sharad Pawar Sahib's time, and they gave a lot of federations a lot of money during that time. In fact, they are supposed to give it to their. I can only say ki help and promote sports, sponsor sports which are of level where we need to take them to a level where we can win medals in other sports also for the country, in Asian Games, in Olympics. It is a process. It's a long process. It is not easy. It is a long process. If one medal, Abhinav Bindra got gold, it has given confidence to a lot of sports person. And you see rifle shooting, one gold in that Olympics. You see how many in fact three of my sports persons who are in railways now they've won silver and in world championships. So if you can win a world championship silver medal or a gold medal, you can definitely win one in the Olympics.
Correct.
Of course, the pressure is high when you represent the country. I can tell you my story. In 1998, I was shivering. 1998, first gold medal for the India in Bangkok Asian Games was got through us, Geet Sethi and myself. And when we were down 3-1, I made it with Geet. We made it 3-all, and we took a bathroom break. And I told Geet, my hands are shivering because you're not representing yourself. You're representing the country, and there are millions of people who are there looking forward to what you are doing. And we were playing. If I was playing Geet, it's all right. We both are Indians. Gold and silver, hamara hi hai. But when you are playing a different country, that hand shivers like anything, and you're playing for the millions of people. Actually, I 4-3. I froze. 4-all, 5-3, 5-4. We won the match against Thailand, and it was Geet Sethi all the way. He took me along with me, and the second gold which I won, because Geet also entered the finals through his half. I entered the finals through his half, and we both were Indians. So I was not afraid of, I know ki gold and silver was coming to India basically. So I was not afraid at all. So I beat him in the finals. It's all right. It's a part of the sport. So I beat him in the finals, but that fear of losing the silver or losing the gold was not there, because even if I lose, I know Geet Sethi is going to get the gold for the country. And when you represent India in Olympics or Asian, the pressure is really high. So I can only tell all the people who are watching our interview, please promote sports and sponsor sports of various sports. I'm not talking you promote my sport. Sports is sports. It is my religion. So you can promote any sport you want. But choose one sport and promote it through your CSR, and take that sport to a level where it can give medals for the country.
Super, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It was a privilege and a lot of insights which you have given, and taking out time and agreed to share your life journey, which will definitely inspire and motivate many. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Bhushan. Thank you for taking out time from your busy schedule, and I am always there. Whenever you require my services, I am available. Just a phone call away. And any sports person or anyone who requires my services can contact me through you, and I am always there for sports. And I only live for sports, and I don't live for any other thing in my life. Okay.
Wow, sir.
Thank you very
so
much.
Thank you so much.
Welcome, dear.
Dear viewers, I hope you must have enjoyed the show and learned a lot from this episode as I am. We'll keep on bringing such inspiring episodes which will guide many sports persons in their journey of sports. Thank you.